We have a lot to discuss today. I have to put y'all on, for real. I don't think I've been as open as I should have been on my YouTube channel, but now is the time for that. So, in the beginning of this, he literally came to me, you guys, as the angel of light. Now, what's so interesting about that is I now know that the Bible is the book of truth and lies. So there is somewhere a part of the Bible that mentions bitch boy Satan being the angel of light. Now this is how he swiveled his way into human being stories. He swiveled his way in human being stories by having us think that truth and lies are both true. So when truth and lies are truth, he can come in as what would be considered as true, which is angel of light, so that he can create and curate some kind of story. And that's how he gets his feeling, wherever that's held, by the way, maybe in his throat. Now, thanks to me, he holds his feelings in his throat because he doesn't have a soul. That's why a lot of people know that he loves to comfort souls and whatever the case may be, like a dummy. And dummies switch over their lives without doing it because he cannot hold souls. He now holds, there are children outside, as you can hear, so I want to keep this a little PG, but he holds swiveling things in his neck because there's a penis that interjects. We get it? Good. So he swiveled his way into my story a couple of years ago. Now the thing with bitch boy Satan is the reason why God would allow bitch boy Satan to do that is to check where we are within the wholeness of ourselves, where we are truth-wise, where we are wisdom-wise. Now I bring that up just to mention wise should have never been a word. If you actually are operating wise, it's because you're in a dumb reality, which was influenced by the dumb one, bitch boy Satan. So because of that, wisdom was never supposed to be a word, okay? Now, you may fight that, and it's okay. Like I said, you're probably still dumb. The reason for wisdom not being a word is because we did not have to be wise in the first place. If you think about the one part of the book of truth and lies, what I love to mention, Genesis chapter 1, Genesis chapter 2, and I like to keep it that way because in Genesis chapter 3, which is the last chapter I would read until bitch boy Satan is dead, it mentioned that bitch boy Satan was wise. So a story that introduced the influence of wisdom, influenced the story of dumitity, which is what I like to think human beings are when they don't see the interjection of bitch boy Satan, the dumb one, in the ear, because he's using his curse as an invisible being as a gift. Okay, so this is what he influenced first, that human beings believed that there was something that was meant to be wise. If it was our original intention as God creations, we wouldn't have needed to be wise. We were just supposed to be. And we were supposed to be at a higher frequency, which means that our minds were supposed to be in the state of advancement. Not advancing, but a state of advancement. That comes with powers, that comes with all of those things that we were supposed to have, which 2026, year one, again, introduces that to you now. But it requires you to understand that bitch boy Satan is the dumb one. You are influenced by bitch boy Satan, you're also dumb. If you don't see him the way that you should, you're dumb. But it's okay because we were never supposed to need wisdom. You get it? So as I'm here, I'm living in the moment, okay? We're staying in the state of this moment where I just got that. Well, I always knew that, but I'm resting in that thought of wisdom and being dumb. We were never supposed to be wise. We were just supposed to be. The reason the necessity of wisdom coming into our stories introduces bitch boy Satan, the dumb one, into our stories. And in the beginning, he was introduced as a being who is wise. And it's just like bitch boy Satan to influence words and taking off half, so he's in disguise. So you look at wise and you think, I'm wise. I'm wise. So you will actually defend the word wise because you are taking it as you. And also taking the word dumb and me calling you dumb as it is an insult, and your ego probably receives that as something that is an insult and insulting. However, these things come together. He was introduced as wise. We also have later on in the scriptures of the book of truth and lies, the Bible, that we must be wiser than a serpent. So we must be wiser than a thing that was never supposed to be. And that's how you connect the word wisdom to being dumb, to not being a word that was supposed to be. So it's not something that we should have had in the first place. Wisdom and having wisdom keeps bitch boy Satan in our stories. One of the most dumb thing that I've experienced in this journey of my life is people not really knowing how to respond to what it is that I'm said to be going through, which is I hear bitch boy Satan. Now that's not good and it shouldn't be a thing, but people don't really know how to respond to this. So they've been responding in ways that only makes me analyze that they're a part of the dumb ones. And if you are a part of the dumb ones, you are actually being infiltrated through, influenced by bitch boy Satan, the dumb one, without even knowing. Now that's not supposed to be a thing, but you don't know. I do. Now the reason why I'm calling you dumb is because you don't really know what you shouldn't have known. So now I'm at a place where whenever people respond to this, various responses, I have good responses also, but I also have some bad responses. It kind of makes me understand people a little bit more because it's kind of like the same responses in different ways. So let's focus on the more so negative ones, because the negative responses to me indicates that you are a being that is operating as the dumb one. He would want me to call you the dumb one just like him so that he feels like he's many, right? But that's not the point here. The point here is human beings were never supposed to have wisdom because he is the one that takes us from our dominion. Dominion is dominionity. Dumitity is you're dumb. Now, I'm only mentioning this because when bitch boy Satan is not on you like that, you're not as wise as you think you are. That's one. And also, you're not as powerful as you think you are. Dumitity is close to dominionity. I'm making up words here, but at the same time, you could understand that, right? Dumitity is close to dominionity because that's where you can exercise your dominion. But it isn't the dominion that was intended for you in the beginning, for your creation. And while I'm saying this, like I said, sometimes I go through my videos and bitch boy Satan, he does not want me to get this message out, but I will always get the message out. I don't care how I get it out, because a part of my dominionity, which I didn't need to use dumitity to get to, led me to put a penis in his face via the vision that I got. I didn't need dumitity to get to that, but it kind of seems like I'm acting as though I am, because why would somebody do this? Except for they got inspired by a vision to curate life through hands, right? That's my dominionity. Me creating life for bitch boy Satan, for everybody, in a way that they don't even know. Because it's not just a penis in his face, but it is what is being injected in him that is doing the work to remove him from the human species. This was a joined hands kind of thing in a realm that you don't see, plus the realm that you see. Now, here's what has been done due to this image right here, and me sharing the information of this image right here. People are not understanding. I've heard something dumb like, you should get rid of this. It was given to me by God. God gave bitch boy Satan to me for me to handle it for everybody. And I did. But my job is done. We'll get to that next. Another dumb thing I've heard is, it's taken away from my life. Granted, it does seem like that, because I've given a lot of time and attention to this, that which God gave to me, and it seemed like it was more of a curse than a blessing. However, the alchemist that I am, I turned it into something that can mean something for everybody, for me to get out of it and feel accomplished, you know, and not have something that is so abnormal and odd take advantage of a situation that was never supposed to be a situation. I used my dominion to plunge the mouth of bitch boy Satan and inject him with infection of ejaculation, wasted ejacts, in his throat for him to be clogged up and die with time, because he has something called yancer, a cancer in the spirit for just bitch boy Satan. I did yadu on the devil, bitch boy Satan. I changed his name from the devil or whatever the fuck, and I called him something, and then I added intention to this new recreation, dominionity. How could that be something that is negative and would have someone consider this to be negative? I don't know, but I don't care. Let's go on to the next thing that I told you I was going to talk about. That I did this for everybody. Yes, my job is done. I know now that people are too dumb to really understand what I did here unless they know for themselves. So I decided my job is done. The penis is in his face now. Said all of us, the invisible realm and the visible realm, whether they know they need it or not. I speak for all of us. And what happened is, because my job is done, my recreation is set, I now can move on as a solo being. So I'm basically telling you, I'm not doing anything for you any longer. I want everybody who still believes in Jesus, the story that was influenced by the book of truth and lies, to pick up their own cross and follow God. Because that's what I did. To save you time though, I was trying to tell you that you don't have to pick up a cross anymore because he died for our sins. He influenced the book of truth and lies. If you believe it, pick up your cross and walk. I've met with the beings that decided for this to be a thing, and we decided to take me out of it and have you feel instead. I decided that for me. Pick up your cross and walk. Because I got that information that Jesus is the lie coming from the lie. And basically the world that was influenced by the dumb one operate a little slow, so they believe in something that is a lie, and that's okay. Pick up your cross and walk. You have no idea what I've been through outside of this to make me act as though I am angered by the position that I'm in, knowing damn well it's bitch boy Satan trying to live through me, his emotions that he holds in his neck. But because there is nobody for him to live through, he's taken advantage of the advantage. He knows I'm going to come on here and say what I say. He knows that I'm going to be the alchemist and take things apart and put things together and even tell you or not. Optimize myself on the low. He knows that I'm going to do all these things. So he's trying to get it out through me sometimes. Take up your cross and walk. You don't know how this invisible being can infiltrate you in a way to make you feel like his feelings are actually yours. Pick up your cross and walk. There was someone who said something to me on my YouTube. Mind you, I don't have a lot of following. I don't have comments and likes and subscribes, even though I tell people that. I'm really not checking for it like that, but I do appreciate it. But I just got one, -1, just a while ago. And it actually made me a little happy, because I was starting to believe that the CIA was taking my videos and hiding them from people. I like this because that influenced this video of dumitity, of the dumb one infiltrating human beings to act as though they are a dumb one. So you guys, this dumb one said through the flesh, because I told you that bitch boy Satan, like he wants bodies to live through, whether they know it or not. Actually, if they know it, they operate a little like me, because I know it because I hear it. I hear him. It's different. People don't hear him, but I see how they can be so slow. So I dissect things and I'm just like, wow, you're not really up here. I bet you're wise. Wiser than the serpent, I bet. I can tell you still go by the chapters of lies and truth at the same time. However, a dumb one said something that I don't remember, but I do know that I responded to it, and then a day later, it was put on my heart to respond another thing, which is, I know I can remember what I said. What did I say again? Remind me. Oh, I said, don't talk to me that way, or you might end up a symbol of bitchy. I didn't say this part though, and he died. I didn't say that part because I don't want people to think that the only thing that can be given to you as a symbol of bitchy is to think that death be upon you. Like, I'm not even like that. Like, I think death is so ghetto. I don't get it, because we actually really don't die, so why do people die? You know what I mean? And if I were God, I'd say, because y'all still keep using the word wisdom and y'all still keep thinking you're wise. If I don't have people die, then you won't know that you need to stop using those words that brings forth bitch boy Satan within our atmosphere, within our earth, and keeping the vibration of our earth low, dumitity, because he's low. That's all he has to give. You know that. So God is basically checking our colors and color coding them and see that things don't match. So I need to continue with death and having people die so that you can see you're not supposed to be wise. You need a target, and here he is. I found him. I found bitchy's face. You don't need to anymore. I found him. This is my bitchy. You understand? For the earth. But where I'm done is I'm done experiencing for people. Literally yesterday, it's like I did a curse reverse. And I basically returned to sender. Wherever the fuck you came from, bitchy, go back. But I'm keeping your face. That face is mine. I'm not going to stop talking about it until the world is at a place where we are vibrating in the same wavelength. If we're not, bitchy is still here. And he is my assignment to take out. Are you standing in my way? Because I'm used to a voice. I'm not used to words coming from hands that's typing and pressing. Dumitity. So when he talks, he's just talking. If your words reflect anything that he would ever say to me, you're just talking. But then I look at you sideways. And I look at you like, no, you need some anger. Because I'm going to pass it on to you. You don't know how he has been in my life behind the scenes. I'll pass him on to you. That's my yadu. That if you reflect bitch boy Satan, you have to have some kind of anger. If you don't already. You know? But I don't mind sending you some. Let me tell you about my day. My days involves me being spiritually obsessed over in various ways. The thing said, the dumb one in the physical form said to me something like, I'm a lame. Good. So glad you got in so much information from me. And I don't even disclose anything about me like that. I've only been talking about bitchy. But then you have to ask yourself, why is bitchy over you like that? Because he's not just here because of my lip. Even though they do look good. You know what I'm saying? But he's over here because of everything that I am. I've only disclosed 1% of me on here. The other 99%, I'm waiting until I want to. Until I want to disclose the rest of who I am. Because people don't need to know everything. The moment they know everything, the moment they feel like they get to comment on what they think they know based off of what you share. And then it's like they're just words. No hands, even though they have it. That's the weirdest thing. Because bitchy has been nothing but mouth to me. He's been nothing but throat to me for 2 years. And it's been so odd that I've gotten so fed up and over it. At times, I remember punching the door and like hurting myself, you know? But I've done it. I got so fed up. I'm like, you're just throat, just voice. I don't understand words and not hitting now. If you have so much of a bad word or bad words to say to me, might as well find me and punch me. Because I sure need the break and a face. Other than the one I can't see that we can see through my hands. Dominionity, you know? I punched him in the face when I show you his face. I wouldn't want to punch you in the face, but to be honest, I wouldn't mind. So I want to pass over some anger onto you. And that person who said that negative comment to me, I want to specifically pass over some anger into your life on camera. Watch what you say next time. I don't care how it comes. I just want it to. Because a part of me living my life and being done with living for people is me knowing that the reason they probably don't understand is because they haven't experienced enough. I was in my mind thinking, you know, they don't have to experience, but I think they should. Just the dumb ones, being influenced by the dumb one. Okay? You don't want to be in that category. It's not a good place to be, because I'm not a person to send hate or harm or anger in anyone's life. But if you're at a vibration that you're still operating in a place where you want to be angered, you should be. I think a throat that voluntarily operates like bitch boy Satan's invisible throat should be as mad as he is. So that's why I just sent it over to you. Watch it or not, it's coming. Anyways, I am YASHIKA. Thank you so much for watching this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe so that you can see when I post more. Press the button.